All right, welcome, guys. My name is Gediminas, and this evening we're going to be looking at a five-step business growth system using ATM and group chats. So this is a very strong system for your business that can be very effective and very simple to use for you and your team members, where you take advantage of Facebook groups and Facebook Messenger group chats. So it is a five-step system to grow, of course, your income and your business in network marketing. So the first step is to find and attract potential team members. Second step is to ask the question. And obviously, I'll explain what question you need to ask. Then to add people to the group, to tag them under a video, and to message them. Then to create a group chat with multiple leaders. And finally, to share the five-step system with a new person so they can duplicate your actions. So step one is to find potential team members, right? Which means we are contacting people to find who is actually interested, who is actually looking. So most people will start with family, friends, co-workers, basically people that already know, like, and trust them. Then we have Facebook friends. I'm sure you probably have a couple of hundred, maybe more friends on Facebook. And of course, you can add new friends every single day to expand that network. Then we have Facebook group members. So you might have your own groups on Facebook, and obviously you can contact your group members, but also you can contact other people's groups members, buy and sell groups, moms groups, dads groups, health groups, etc. So there are, gazillion different groups on Facebook with millions and millions of people in them. So you can reach out to those people and this way find potential team members. Then, of course, you can contact people who follow you on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok, right? Every single person that follows you should actually get a message from you. And of course, you can also contact followers of Facebook pages or Instagram and TikTok accounts that are in your niche. So think about your potential business partner, potential team member. What kind of books would that person read? What kind of people would that person follow? What would that person be interested in? And then you can look for pages and Instagram and TikTok accounts that speak in those topics like personal development, entrepreneurship, etc. And then look through the followers. Who is following those pages? Who is following those people, right? And you can then befriend those people and maybe find that they would be open to hear about your business opportunity. Also, with step one, still, you can attract potential team members, right? So first part was when you're reaching out to people, right? You're finding people, but you can also attract people to you through content, right? So you can make posts, you can make stories, you can make reels on Instagram and Facebook or TikTok videos, you can do lives on different platforms, and of course you can put ads or posts in different groups to attract people that way, right? So the more content you put out there, the bigger chance that somebody will see it and raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in that, I would like to know more, and they will come and follow you, or they will come and add you as a friend, or they will come and message you, right? And what those posts, stories, reels, lives, and posts in groups could be about, well, they can be sales posts, right? Where you just literally selling your business opportunity, where you're talking about the benefits of working from home and being part of your business. Or you can share personal development posts, right? Motivation, personal development, self-growth, etc. That type of content, because it will attract the right type of individual who's into personal development. You could share content that is to do with your product theme, right? So you could be talking about health, about weight loss, about hair, about skin, about perfumes, etc. You can also share business tips. You can share about how to sell, how to recruit, how to build on social media, and so on, to attract other people who are interested in entrepreneurship. And finally, you can talk about a topic of your hobby, right? If you have some sort of hobbies that you're going to be talking about anyway, then you might as well make a content out of it, right? If you constantly talk about that thing because you spend a lot of time doing that, well, you might as well make content out of it and attract other people who have similar hobbies to you, because at least you'll have something common to talk to them about, right? But this is how you find and attract potential team members. Then step 2 is ask a question. So what kind of question do we need to ask, Gediminas? Well, we need to ask them a question to find out if they would be interested in earning extra income, right? So whether we reach out to them or we attracted them through our content, now is the time to start sorting, right? To find out who's interested and who's not. So you can either go straight to the point where you would reach out to the person and go, hey, name, obviously replace name with the person's name, right? So, hey, Ella, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've started a new business and I'm helping people earn extra money from their phone. Would you be interested in additional income at the moment? If not, that's totally cool, right? That's absolutely fine. That's okay, right? That's going straight to the point, right? So that means whether that's, I'm reaching out to my friends or I'm reaching out to people in groups or somebody followed me and I'm just messaging them. I'm just reaching out to them right away, right? So that's going straight to the point. But for some of you, this will be like, oh, that's not my personality. Ooh, I wouldn't dare to be so straightforward. Well, then you can build a rapport, right? So before you ask the question, you can build a relationship for a bit, right? So you can talk about location, where do they live, about their town, city, what's good there, whatever, right? Like, for example, maybe you're recruiting in Australia and you might say, hey, I'm planning to come to Australia. What are the best places to visit and so on, right? To start a conversation. You can talk about work. Ask them what do they do for a living, how long they've been doing it, do they like it, do they not like it, etc. You can talk about what do they do on their free time, you could talk about hobbies, what kind of hobbies do they have, what they're into, etc. You can talk about dreams or goals, where do they see themselves in a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, and so on. Or you can use some sort of information in their profile, right? So if I go onto, Lena's profile and I see that she's just been to some sort of a conference, there's a bunch of people there, she's taking pictures, etc. So I could start a conversation with that, right? I could say, hey, I can see on your profile you've been to some sort of event. What's that about? Blah, 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 and start a conversation that way, right? So I could go to somebody's profile and fish for information in order to start a conversation with that person, right? And then once you've built enough of that conversation, and again, it's entirely up to you. Maybe for you, it'll be a couple of minutes. Maybe for you, it'll be a couple of hours. Or maybe for you, it'll be a couple of days of communicating with somebody. Then eventually, you still need to ask the question, right? Hey, by the way, this is what I do. I help people earn extra income from home. Would you be open at all, right? Would you be interested, right? So either way, you have to sort through people and find out who's open, right? And if the person says they're interested, and only if they say they're interested, you then go on to step 3. And step 3 is the add tag message, the ATM system, right? So you add the person to the group, to a business opportunity group, you tag them under the business opportunity presentation video, and then you write them a message, right? So step number 1, you add people to a business opportunity group. So this is not your team group where you put all your trainings and so on. This is not your customer group where you talk about products and sell your products. This is a group dedicated to business opportunity and follow up with people. I'll explain the second part a little bit later. But first of all, you create a Facebook group and you put a business opportunity presentation video in that group. So you add a person to the group and you tag them under the video, right? And then step number 3, you just send them a message. Hey, I've just added you to the group. Here's the link again. I've tagged you under the business opportunity video. Let me know once you watch the video. Thanks. Right? Now, some people, they will go, thank you. They'll go to the group, they watch the video, and then they'll message you. Hey, I've just watched the video. I like it. Sounds good. What's next, right? Where do I go from there? But some people won't reach out to you by themselves. And that's why you have to do the follow-up. You've heard that saying, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? So you have to follow up with the person yourself as well, right? So what I would recommend is to give a person free chances, free contacts, right? So after one day, you reach out to the person and you say, hey, Tom, did you manage to watch the video about additional income from the phone that I tagged you in? If they don't respond, the second message is after 3 days, and you go, hey Tom, do you still have any questions about additional income from your phone? If they don't respond to this message, you send them the final third message after 7 days, where you go, hey Tom, I understand that right now you're not ready to start earning extra income from your phone, but question mark, right? If anything changes, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you to get started, right? So this is sort of a takeaway. This is sort of a fear of loss involved, right? But if you send them 3 messages after you've tagged them in the presentation and they don't respond to you, you can assume that they're not interested right now, not forever, right now, right? But the good thing is they are still in the business opportunity group. So we're going to work on them, and we're going to warm them up, and maybe later they will become open and they will become part of your team. But if they do watch the video and they respond that, yeah, I've watched it, it's great, I like it, then we go to step 4, where we create a group chat with the candidate, with the potential business partner, and several leaders, right? So what you do, you go on Facebook Messenger and you create a group chat. Into the group chat, you add your potential business partner, your candidate, and you add few leaders from your upline, and maybe a few team members from your team who are active, motivated, etc. So there's like a bunch of people in that group, right? And then you add an audio message into that chat where you introduce the candidate to everybody, right? You go, hey guys, this is Sarah, and then you ask the leaders and your team members to share their stories about why they have decided to join the company and what do they like the best about the business so far. And then your leaders and your team members, when they have a chance, they will upload their voice messages onto the chat, encouraging your candidate, your potential business partner, to join your team. And once everybody puts a voice note into the chat, you will reach out to the candidate personally, and you will ask them if they're ready to join the team. And if they are and sign up into your team, then you will move on to step number 5, which is you will share this video, 5-step formula, with your new team member, so they can use the same 5 steps in order to start building their own business, right? So they will be able to use from step 1 to step 5 in order to introduce their people now to the business, using the same steps that you have used in order to introduce them to the business. So it's pretty simple, it's pretty quick, and it's pretty straightforward.